or like, I've made this video 1,000 times, but honestly, like that's what's performing the best. So if you take some of your top performing reels and just like keep recreating that same like spot in the store and types of, 3 dresses at a time or 5, whatever it is that um worked the best for you, like just keep recreating the same thing. Um it feels really boring, but that seems to, for us at least, be what is going, like being seen most. And I think it's more like your customer too can like identify that it's you really quickly. So then they are more invested in sticking around. Basically, Instagram's whole thing is if you can get people to stick around on Instagram the longest, you get rewarded because they want people spending as much time as possible on their app. So it's like, it makes sense that video and carousels are doing that because it's so easy to swipe past a single image. Whereas if you get to one that there's more, you're like, oh, well, I got to see what's, like you're going to spend more time on that picture than swiping through multiple, swiping through a single image post. Same with video, it catches your attention, hopefully, and then you stick around a little longer to see what it is before you swipe. So Instagram's whole goal is to get you to stick around. And so what we basically have to make is content that makes people want to watch it longer. Which is easier said than done in a lot of cases. But I think, has anybody here, has anybody here tested the trial reels? Do you guys have trial reels on your options? I think
You're talking about the ones that Instagram creates?
No, trial reels is basically like a test option, which is actually a lot. There's like several different strategies. So when I go to create a reel, let me pull mine up. Okay, so when I'm making a reel, down here, here's like where the reel would be, where I type the caption or whatever. Down here, it gives like a little slider that says trial right here. So when you select that, it will only show it to new viewers. So it won't show it to any of your followers.
There's a marketing call, Heather. So if you want to just kind of
Can't make you silent, but I think Meredith can. Which is very helpful in our world because we're trying to get out in front of new people. So it basically, let me show you. So for Bridal Mastermind, you can see here that I basically created 3 of the same reels and I use different like lengths of captions, different videos in the like this is the same video twice, but then I did different text over it. This is the same like the same caption, but different video. And so I basically put all of those out there at the same time. And you can see that like this one has 1,500 views versus this one has 500 views and that one has 400 views. And so Instagram's telling you, I like this one better, which is the same video with more text on it than the other video,
Stylist.
Oh, my voice is so embarrassing. And so let me turn the volume off so you don't hear that. And then at the bottom, so you can give it like a few hours, you can give it 24 hours. Sometimes it depends on if I post them all at night, I'll check the next morning or whatever. And then at the bottom, it says trial reels and it will tell you, okay, this one, it depends on the video, but it'll say like, this one's getting viewed more than your normal thing, share it to your feed. And so then you can basically push the one that worked the best to your followers and then more people. So it basically gives you a really good way to test a bunch of stuff without it showing up on your feed. And this is a great opportunity to get in front of new people. So think in 2 different buckets. Like one is testing out new content that you haven't tried yet, or like, you have, even if it's the same, like you make a video with 4 different dresses on it, let's say garden wedding dress options or whatever. And you do one that has text on it. You do one that has just the garden text and then a big caption. And then you do one that has a lot of text and a short little caption. You test like, okay, what's, performing the best for my viewers. And then Instagram is going to show that all to people similar to your following, but not following you yet. And then you can say, okay, Instagram seems to like this kind better. So I'm going to push that to my feed and start making more stuff like that. But you can also use this as if we're thinking these are going out kind of cold call to people that don't already follow me, but are similar to my demographic that I'm looking for. You can see this as like a cold ad to them. So you can make these more like about your store or why you should follow along, like what, you know, your brand talk points or whatever. And you can do these as like a kind of like if you were at a bridal show and you're trying to catch people's attention, kind of like, here's what we're about, check us out, and never even have the intention to push it to your feed, but basically just like how I can get in front of new people with like cold call content, and then hopefully they like it and they move on to follow me on my feed. And in the stats, it'll tell you like how many people followed you from that or clicked to your profile from it. And so that information is really helpful. The third trick is you go through your content in the last 60, 90 days and pick out your very top performing reels and repost those as trial reels, because you already know Instagram and your people liked that, but put that in as a trial reel to get to fresh new people. And it won't show up in your feed as duplicates, but it will show up to new people over and over and over again. And it doesn't even matter. Like sometimes I have like 3 or 4 of kind of the same video over and over again in the trial reels, but it's just being shown to new people each time. So that's like total added bonus to me. So the trial reels is definitely a great opportunity for us to know we're getting in front of new people, because so much of what we post on our story or our feed is being shown to like mostly the people that already follow us. You know, when you look at like the insights, like this one isn't, but usually mine are like 90% followers and 10% non-followers. So this is a way that, you know, this is actually probably, this is when I posted in trial reels first. So you can see that it got shown to so many more people that don't already follow me, which is a great thing for me to have. I want more people, new people seeing me and finding me, you know, not just entertaining the people that already follow along, which is a good part too. I want to do that. But the trial reels has seemed to give us kind of like a fast track to new followers. So I would encourage you to check, make sure you can do that. Try that. You can only do it with reels though. It doesn't work with carousels. So that would be video only content. But it gives you a really good kind of like fresh face in front of, and Instagram, you know, their algorithm is good at putting you in front of the right people. So if you already in your feed are attracting a bunch of local brides, they're probably by nature going to attract more local brides to you. So that's a great way to try to kind of like work with their algorithm, versus I feel like it's so easy to like feel like you have no idea, but that's what they're putting out there. So they want you to try it and use it. And they want, apparently, which is I'm grateful for, they're wanting to push you to new people, which doesn't always feel like that, you know? So the trial reel is a great way to do that. So I would push new ideas there, and I would recreate or just literally download and repost the old content there multiple times. Now you don't want it to have like the logos on it, you know, like sometimes when you download your Instagram stuff, it'll come up with the little logo that says Instagram and your like
Handle.
on it or whatever. But I have found that if you go in to your reel and go to edit, maybe, is that how I did it? No, it wasn't how I did it. Oh, I know what it was. Okay, I went into my own reel and I hit the remix button, which remix is basically you can do this with other people's reels, but it takes the reel and it's like you could repurpose it for yourself. So whether you're like green screen talking over it or, you know, like it's a meme or something. I don't think we would use it in bridal a ton, but for this, okay, you go hit the remix button and it's going to show the reel, and basically you're supposed to be adding your own thing here. But if you scroll all the way over and hit this download button, it'll save it to your phone. Now, if it has like a song in the background, it won't download the audio, But then if it's just a song, you could put the new trending audio with it, whatever, or you can relook up the one that worked for you before. But that's a good way, like you could put, you know, the same video up there with several different audios and see which one hits better and then push that one to your feed next. So you can download it from that remix button, which is super helpful because I didn't know that before. But then you can have the fresh video if you didn't save it to begin with and be able to re-upload it. Like I will literally upload it like 20 times and just like try different things with each one and then see which one hits and push that to my feed. So it's super helpful. I also like to, I'll save something as a draft before I post it. And then in the draft versions, you can go into the 3 little dots and hit duplicate. So then you could have multiple versions of it if you're posting it fresh and be able to push all of those to trial reel and see which one works. So you can duplicate it there too, which is easy. So I hope that's helpful.